One of the cool things about the job is you get all kinds of people from all walks of life. I mean, I've spoken personally in the cab to David Brenner, David Letterman. I drove Peter Arnett down to Washington for $400, the reporter from CNN News.
Ah, what a life. Next to therapists and hairdressers, cabbies are probably known for their opinions and advice. My next two guests are paid for theirs. You see, they moonlight as movie reviewers, and they're two of my favorite folks. You may have seen them on television or in national ads like this one.
Bucky and Vinny here, reviewing Subway Steak and Cheese Sandwich at the home of the Steak and Cheese Philadelphia. Steak and cheese, please.
So what do we think?
This is the real McCoy. Tender, juicy steak with loads of real melted cheese.
We have a winner.
Subway, what a sandwich.
Vinny and Bucky! You know I love you guys. The last time you were on the show, you didn't have a big old national ad campaign going here.
That's right, now we can eat.
Now you can eat.
That's what we were doing, eating.
How did this all come about? You guys grew up together, right?
Yes, to my disdain. Oof. If I would have killed him the first day I met him, I'd have been out of jail 40 years already. 56 years I know him.
56 years. That's amazing.
And I have to put up with him that long.
What types of things do? You review movies, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you think of this year's movies? English Patience, a big one?
Excellent picture. I loved it.
He loved it because he's a lover.
I'm not a lover. I understood it. You don't understand the picture.
Oh, is that what it was?
See, it's not easy, you know. I got to see it's like a double feat. Bucky thinks a double feature, see the movie twice. And I got to see the picture, then explain it to him. So by the time I get home, I'm dead. You understand?
I wish you were.
That's nice to say.
What about Jerry Maguire? Everybody seemed to like that movie. You didn't
I
like
don't
it?
No.
Oh, very good.
He figures.
Very good.
He understood that picture. What do you understand? Show me the money. That's what
Right.
That's all he understood
That's
about
all.
that
That's all that counts is the money.
Yeah, he got an Academy Award.
There's
They
your
nominated
scene.
him for that. Yeah, that's great. Look at that.
Show me the money!
Yeah.
Show me the money!
Oh, that's a wonderful
He
part.
deserved an Academy Award for
You
that.
could even do that.
How come they didn't call me?
Cuba Gooding. Cuba Gooding.
Cuba Gooding deserved that he played a part.
Terrific
He was
part.
great.
Very
Jerry,
good.
what do you call it? Tom
Tom
Cruise.
Cruise.
He's too pretty. He ain't never going to. He'll never get an Academy Award.
It's not your type, huh?
You could get it, maybe.
Not your type.
You guys are you still driving cabs?
No
I mean,
way.
now that you are the big stars.
Benny's got an explanation about cab drivers. What are they? Truck drivers?
With their brains knocked out.
Whoa! Well, Chris, what do you think of that?
That's the truth.
It is. It is. I wasn't quick enough there because of the
How
fog.
long are you driving?
It's 6 years, sir.
6 years. You're a novice.
How long did you guys drive a cab?
I drove 35 years.
Whoa!
25 years.
You must have seen all kinds of things.
Yeah, well, just seeing him is enough. Look at
Very good.
Just picture the poor people that got in the cab to look at him.
Yes, Mark
I
Anthony.
want y'all to know I'm not a cab driver. I'm forced to sell poetry at a bookstore that rolls because nobody knows there's a book. Unless I stop them and the seat is locked.
Oh, God. Chris, you've had some more celebrities like John F. Kennedy Jr.
Yes, I did.
Is
And
he as
before-
gorgeous in person?
We used to work in the same garage together, by the way, the two of us.
Really?
Yeah, we've known each other for a while.
Yeah.
But JFK, nice guy, good looking, that whole sort of thing. Not the best tipper in the world.
Oh!
You know,
Brooke Shields and Andre Agassi, I understand, were in your cab. Were they smooching in the back?
well, they weren't smooching, but the funniest thing about them is they thought that they were traveling incognito. I mean, you got Brooke Shields, this stunning, tall, gorgeous woman with this little miniature kind of guy balding next to him, you know, and it was like, geez, I bet that's Brooke Shields and Andre Agassi. No, it's not. Of course it was. I mean,
It wasn't Bucky and Vinny, I think.
they stuck out like a sore thumb.
John, you had quite an incident in a cab that you, it was a would-be rider with
Yes,
you.
and right in front of me, I had Bob Dylan hailing a cab, and I have a woman in the back. She was like 65, 70 years old, and she paid the fare, but she was looking in her bag for a tip. So I got Bob Dylan there.
find
You know,
it, right?
it's like 7 o'clock in the evening, and you know, there's a lot of. So I said to her, "Bob Dylan is there. I want to pick him up. I don't want the tip." And she says, "Bob who?" So I said, ma'am, please, Bob Dylan. It's like, I'll give you $5 if you get out now. And she's looking in her bag, and then she says, I always tip the cab drivers, my cab driver. And I said, please, I offered her $10.
Get out of the cab,
Please.
lady, get out.
So finally, another cab pulls up. Bob Dylan gets in it.
Well,
She finally goes, she tips me a quarter.
A quarter?
I gave Bob Dylan a copy of my book. I stopped in the middle of the street, said, "Hey," put the car box in, Mr. Dylan. Mr. Dylan.
Mark Anthony, I think everybody in New York has got a copy of your book.
Not yet, but
I never paid attention to these celebrities.
You don't even pay attention
No,
to
they
it.
come in. I had Frank Sinatra.
You don't know who they are.
Are they like an old married couple? Or what? When we come back, we're going to have a lot more from these guys. What happens when Robin Williams jumps into your cab? Well, one cabbie said he lived to tell about it. Also, remember the show Taxi? Well, the only woman driver many of us had ever seen in Louis' garage was Elaine Mardo, and she was played by Mary Lou Henner. But next, we're going to meet a real-life female cabbie who says that she's in love with her job, and she's quite a hoot, too. Stick with us as we have Tales from the Taxi Cab Drivers right after this.